Hi, I'm Geeta Pudwal, founder director Drishya. We started this new series called Sugar, Spice and Life in the previous episode on Letstute channel. If you have not watched the first episode, I request you to first watch the first episode and then come back here. In the previous episode, I had introduced you to Akash Gokarn, a one-handed achiever who is a banker by profession, a champion horse rider, a gym enthusiast, a fantabulous dancer, and also an Inspire India award winner. In the previous episode, I had told you about his journey in life, his story of how he was abandoned by his biological parents when he was a small baby, how he was adopted by a very loving family in Mumbai. We also spoke about his everyday struggles like tying shoelaces with his hands because he has just one hand. But in this episode, we are not going to focus on the struggles. We are going to be focusing on how he overcame the struggles, how Akash managed to see possibilities than challenges. So keep watching. So we will start with doing something very different. I'm going to give you a set of activities. You have to do it in your space and Akash will be doing it on screen. So when you complete that task in time, just put a thumbs up in the comment section. So are you all set? Akash will be doing those activities on the screen. You have to do it on your space. Okay? So get set, go. Button your shirt in less than 1 minute with one hand. I repeat, button your shirt in less than 1 minute with one hand. The second activity, wear your belt in less than 45 seconds again with one hand. I repeat, wear your belt in less than 45 seconds with one hand only. The third activity, wear your socks with only one hand. I repeat, wear your socks with only one hand. So, could you do the activities in time? Could you beat Akash onto that? Well, not easy, right? Now imagine driving a car with one hand. Yes, Akash drives his car with one hand. I'm sure by now you must have understood how difficult it is to function with just one hand. The problem is that we don't value what we have until and unless we actually lose it. Even if we injure our finger, we make 1,000 excuses for not doing things. In case of Akash, he has just one hand. So what is it that we understand from this? Lesson number 1, count your blessings. It can be anything, your family, your relationships, your education, your body, or the fact that you are alive. Count your blessings. Tell me honestly, how many times have you felt that you had a different set of parents just because your parents are very strict, they do not give in to your demands? Tell me honestly, how many times have you hurt your parents by not inviting your friends home just because you feel your parents talk a lot, they preach a lot, or the way they dress? Ashamed of your parents, right? Wait, you have parents. There are so many out there who do not have their own biological parents and they are living in orphanages. In Akash's case, his biological parents abandoned him. He was lucky to be adopted by a very loving family in Mumbai. Be grateful that you have a support system around you. Akash is so eternally grateful to his adoptive parents. He has nothing but pure love for them. So lesson number 2, be grateful. Thank God that you have a support system around you. Your family, your parents love you unconditionally, no matter what. And most of all, you have a loving home with a family that you can call your own. Well, the fact is, Akash would definitely have been better off if he had both his hands, right? Now we, in spite of having a sound body, sound mind and everything going good with us, we still keep cribbing, complaining and most of all comparing ourselves with others. How many times have you felt that you want to be fairer, smarter, being more good looking than others or say even taller than others? The fact is that we are never happy. We are never valuing what we already have and we waste away our life by keeping on comparing ourselves with others. So lesson number 3, stop comparing yourself with others. Value what you have and keep growing and bettering yourself. Don't waste away your life and your time by keeping on comparing yourself with others. You are unique, others are unique. So don't compare yourself with others. Akash learned very early in his life to work around his disability. He never gave up on himself. So he cannot tie his shoelaces because he has only one hand. So what? He started using shoes with Velcro. Now similarly, he worked around his challenges. Can you believe Akash drives his car with one hand and that car is a normal, non-customized automatic car. Now think about yourself. We tend to give up on ourselves very early. Imagine giving up just because you got less marks or you failed in an exam or an interview or any such thing. We start thinking that we are losers, we are not good for anything, we start becoming suicidal, getting into all kinds of wrong habits like drugs, etc. So lesson number 4, accept yourself. It is so important to accept yourself, and in order to accept yourself, you have to first understand your strengths and weaknesses. Once you know your strengths and weaknesses, you will be able to identify the problems and then move towards finding its solution. So, lesson number 4, accept yourself. So, let's compare you with Akash. Physically, you may be better than him. You may have a complete body. But are you truly better than him? Do you have the guts to look into the mirror and say, yes, I'm awesome the way I am? Have the humility and the courage to accept your limitations. Move towards problem solving by identifying your problems. Be grateful for what you have than focusing on what you don't. Don't compare yourself with others because that is only going to prove detrimental to you and you will never be happy in life. Do you have the confidence to change your life, to take charge of your life? Can you fill your life with positivity so that you don't just survive, but you live a truly fulfilling life? Akash did just that. Now the question is, do you have an Akash in you? Inspiration from others, a radiant guiding light. Their stories and journey ignites our own flight. Learning from their path, we aspire to be. In their inspiration, our potential we see.